There is a prime house in Gandhi Street of Tehran which has not been very lucky with getting sold or even catching tenants in the past 29 years. People wonder if it's just because the house is a two-story bungalow which not everybody can afford and obviously it's old and needs demolished, or is it because of what happened on January 2nd, 1997. Please, before starting this video, subscribe to our channel and join our family. Durood, Namaste, Salam Alaikum. I wish all of you a happy Diwali. For those viewers who don't know, Diwali is the Hindu New Year and we have been celebrating it for the past week. Today's story is about Shahrokh and Somayeh. Shahrokh and Somayeh were two 16 years old teenagers which committed one of the most heinous crimes of history. And the actually point of the story is not the crime. It could be committed by anybody. It's them being 16 years old and what all came out later that people thought is the reason and what is the reason in my opinion. Akram on January 2nd, 1997 took her youngest, Savin, with herself. She had a salon appointment, told Somayeh and Shahrokh, which were sitting in front of the TV watching a movie, that she is leaving for the salon and she will be back before 5 o'clock. Shahrokh was Somayeh's boyfriend. They had met each other in Millat Park. All of these names and streets that I'm talking about are in prime places in Tehran. So basically Shahrokh and Somayeh both were loaded. Somayeh's father was owning a industrial chemical factory and Shahrokh's father was an electrical engineer. Both came from the good backgrounds and strangely enough, in 90s, they were allowed to go to each other's homes, they were allowed to go out with each other, have dates and all of that, which in the continue, I'm going to tell you that it's a very rare thing. So that day, after Akram left, Shahrokh and Somayeh turned off the movie and they went upstairs to Somayeh's house, to Somayeh's room. And they called for Sapide, 13 years old sister of Somayeh. So the children were Somayeh, Sapide, Mohammad Reza and Savin. Only one boy and 3 girls. And Sapide came upstairs and first they started joking around, laughing, playing games together, all 3 of them and all of that. And jokingly, Shahrokh started strangling Sapide. And he was fool enough to just make her pass out. They were so like they had so childish like ideas in their mind that they would think that injecting air into Sabide's body will kill her. So that is the second thing which they did. Somayeh injected air in Sabide's body. Sabide was still.
When you say injected air, in what form?
Like just
like through a syringe?
Through a syringe, yeah. Actually, you can kill somebody with that, but it has to be through one of the main arteries and reach the heart.
Right.
If you just inject somebody with air, nothing will happen beside pain. But it was a mystery. I'm saying not mystery. It was a tale back then. Even when I was a child in Tehran, they would say a lot that if you inject somebody with air, they will die.
Okay.
Like lots of those yellow books, like those dramatic books, they had this in their stories and all of that. So Somayeh did that, and Sapida was still breathing. So what did Somayeh do? Somayeh started dragging her limp body under floor and took her to the guest bathroom and filled the bathtub and put her sister's face and like the full upper body under the water and kept it till she was fully limp, and they were sure that she is dead. After that, they brought Sapida's body out of the bathroom, hid her in one of the rooms, and called for Mohammad Reza, which was sitting downstairs and was quite angry because obviously 8 years old child, and he was thinking all of my siblings and my sister's boyfriend are playing with each other and they are not calling for me. So when they called Mohammad Reza, he came up very happy and he was so jolly. Oh, we are going to play and this and that. But this time they didn't basically waste any time, and Shahrokh immediately went for the strangulation. And Mohammad Reza started threatening him that I am going to tell my father, I am going to make you guys suffer. So obviously I think as a child he didn't have any idea what actually is happening. He was just getting the like instinct that I'm getting hurt, but I don't think he knew that he is getting murdered. There is no after this.
But did this kid see the other daughter that was already...
It was a two-story house.
So the girl that you're saying they had already killed, they kept her somewhere else?
Yeah, very big house. Like they were loaded.
Right.
So I was saying Mohammad Reza had no concept of death. Like he was 8 years old.
Right.
So he didn't know there is no after this, so he can tell on Somayeh and Shahrokh to his father.
Like he didn't know the concept of death, basically.
One of the saddest things, according to me.
Yeah.
So same sequence, Mohammad Reza passes out with the a strangulation, injection of air for some reason, and again drowning him basically in the bathtub, and they leave Mohammad Reza's body in the bathtub. And then they sit and wait for Ikram to come back. Before that, they turn off every light in the house. So January 2nd in Tehran is winter, and it goes dark very soon. Like if Ikram came home around 4:30, it's very likely that like it's been 1 hour before it getting full night.
Right. Yeah, because the days are shorter in winter. Yeah,
shorter days. So
okay, one sec. I have one question. You said there were 3 siblings, right?
Yeah, the youngest I told you Ikram took with her because she was
right. Sorry, yeah. So she went to the salon with the mother.
Yeah. So the Ikram came back home, and obviously she got very worried. 3 of her children and her daughter's boyfriend, they were all home when she left, and now nobody is home and all the lights are off. So she started calling for the children, and all of a sudden Somayeh apparently has been checking on her from upstairs truss and lets her to get stressed a little bit, and then calls for her and says, Mom, come upstairs, but don't bring Sevin with you. Sevin is the youngest.
The youngest.
Yeah. So I don't know if they wanted to kill Sevin also later or not. I guess they did. But they didn't want to do, like, it would be maybe too much job to both killing the mother and Sevin, so they wanted to separate them from each other. So Ikram went upstairs, and the minute she entered Somayeh's room, Somayeh started attacking her and brutally, like actually beating up her mother and say, I hate you, and this was not very like strange for Ikram. Somayeh had mental problems, struggles before. She had mentioned before that she wants to kill herself, and especially after, so they were 16, but they thought that their love is so big that they had decided 2 months after starting to date that they want to get married. And they were so insisting on this matter that Shahrokh's father got convinced to do that, and he made the call to Somayeh's father, okay, let us come for proposal. And Somayeh's father went super mad, and so before that Shahrokh used to come and go whenever he wanted. He would even stay the night. But after this, it became a scene that he would only come to the house when the father was not there, because the father became so mad and said, my daughter is a child, which shows that her father is an intellectual, because otherwise back then in Iran getting married at 16 was not so strange.
But even not just Iran, what I wanted to ask you is both of them that they were dating, were the family like family friends or something?
No.
So that's
they had met each other in a park.
At 16, especially for Asian culture, not just Iran.
Yeah.
Being able to go to each other's house, you're saying they even would, there was a time where he would even spend the night in her house.
Very intellectual family. Not obviously not sleeping next to Somayeh. He would sleep in Muhammad Reza's room, but
right.
He would come and go.
So for Asian culture, a very open-minded family basically.
Yeah, very open-minded, and that was one of the things that made Somayeh's father so angry, that what they don't have, that they want to get married right now.
Right.
Like, what is that thing? Obviously, everybody knows what they didn't have.
So then he started coming only when the father would leave the house.
Yeah, the father after that got very mad and told to Shahrokh's father that I won't let your son to come close to my daughter even one more time, and if he comes, I'm going to file something like a restraining order. So there is a felony in Iran's law that you can file a restraining order and accuse somebody of stalking and harassment and assaulting any woman in your family, basically, but just woman, basically. And that is what Somayeh's father basically threatened Shahrokh's father with that. And after that, Shahrokh's father also, obviously, he had his ego and all, but at the end of the day, that side of them, like Shahrokh's family, the Wusuk family, they were much more mature and open-minded than the Shahbazi side. Anyway, so why I said this is that after this thing happened, Somayeh anyway had mental struggles from maybe 12, 13. She has seen doctors and all of that, but never have been diagnosed with any certain disorder. After this proposal thing happened and her father said a solid no, first thing they did was they eloped to Isfahan together, and when they called Akram, Somayeh's mother, to help them with money, she cried and convinced them to come back, and she said, just wait, I will convince your father, like just give me some time. So all of these things we are talking about, this is all in a span of like maybe 6 to 8 months. Like they have met each other maybe at the beginning of like maybe in the mid 1996, and this is the beginning of 1997. Maybe they have known each other in general for
so they tried to
6,
elope
7
at 16.
months. They did elope and they came back.
So they elope probably to get
in
time.
Iran you cannot get married.
You cannot.
No, in Iran you need the signature of father.
So
and still some places do it if you pay them money, but not for a girl underage, because
right.
that can like make them out of the business.
Right, right.
That they would never do. I think they went to Shahrokh's families, like some aunt or uncle, somebody in Isfahan, and they were there. And since Ikram was a very soft-hearted, especially she was very soft-hearted towards Somayeh. So she cried and asked her to come back, and she said, just give it 1-2 months.
Because she was the eldest, right? So that connection must have been there.
She was her
the
first.
mother-daughter connection.
Yeah, she was her first. And obviously she had mental health struggles, and you anyway want to take care of that child more.
Yeah. So she convinced them to come back.
Yeah. And then they came back, and then Somayeh tried to kill herself. She decided to kill herself because her father was still saying no. And this no again is in a span of like 2 weeks, 20 days.
Right.
After she has come back. So she asks Shahrokh to go and buy some poison for her so she can kill herself. So Shahrokh gave her some salt because he didn't want to say no to her, and he really loved her. And he didn't want to say no to her, and obviously he didn't want her to die. So he gave her some salt. She had it, she didn't die. Okay, and she didn't.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I know we're talking about true crime at the moment. But the initial story that you have told me is straight out of a Bollywood movie, literally. Like, whatever has happened right now is like your ashiki love. It literally sounds like that.
The whole thing is in a span of 6 months.
I mean, it sounds like a Bollywood script.
Right. You haven't even heard half of it.
Okay.
So she says that he gives her salt, and obviously nothing happens.
Right.
So she says, give me a stronger poison. And he's like, so she didn't understood that is salt. This time I will give her flour. Okay. So he gives her flour. She again doesn't die. This time she decides to kill her family. And from some place she has read that there is arsenic poison in lizard's tail. So what she does, she goes to their, obviously they had a very big bungalow, 2-story, very big house, like a big garden like area. So she went there and she captured a lizard, caught it.
Cut the tail.
It's not funny, but you just need to know how childish this girl was. She was a child. She actually was a child. Not just the tail. She basically cut the whole lizard and put it in the khoresht. Khoresht is basically like curry, like the stew that we Iranians make, and we serve it with rice. So she put it in the khoresht, and Ikram obviously went to do, and she saw some disgusting things. She realized Somayeh has done something, so she threw out and cooked another food. Second time, everybody was sleeping in the afternoon. Woman, at least, it's not even woman, girl, at least wait for the night. Everybody was taking an afternoon nap. So she turned on all the gas pipelines and then closed all the doors and the windows, and then she herself went and sat inside the garden, waited for them to die. Obviously Ikram woke up with the smell of the gas and turned that off and opened all the windows. And
because like you said, it was an afternoon nap, so anybody would wake up from that.
Exactly. So this was her third attempt. The strangest thing is that the person who Somayeh is mad at, and later even psychologists said that she has had a very bad daddy issue, and She would think that her father doesn't care about her and doesn't put any time for her. She was mad at her father, and her father was in his factory from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the night, basically next morning. So the dude was never home. 9 o'clock he would reach the factory.
A workaholic, basically.
Workaholic.
Right.
And on this specific day, even Shahrokh had slept at their home again because the father didn't come home the night before till 3:30. He didn't leave his factory till 3:30 in the morning. So she is mad at the most at her father, but the only one she doesn't attempt to kill is her father. That is very strange for me.
Right.
So we reached the point that Ikram came upstairs.
Oh, so you mean like the afternoon thing also she did? Obviously, her father would not be. The rest of the family would die because the father was in the factory.
Children and the mother.
Right.
I don't know if she wanted to make her father struggle or like feel a very bad, like we feel the pain of
Or possibly losing his entire family.
Yeah, his wife, his family. I don't know, but that's what you do. So, in the actual story, we reach the point that she calls the mother upstairs. Ikram goes upstairs and she attacks the mother, starts telling her that she hates her, and the mother tries to get her hands. It happens with like when people have panic attack or an anxiety attacks, like somebody who knows them, knows how to control them. And she starts doing this and starts telling her, no, please, my baby, it's okay. And all of a sudden, Shahrokh from behind comes and tries to stab her in, what is this part of the body?
The guts.
Yeah, basically in her guts. And she captured the knife with her hand, but unfortunately under sharp.
Right.
So her hand
Got slit.
also got slit. Then she took out a knife and told them, why are you doing this? Don't kill me. Why you want to kill me? I will talk to your father. I will fix everything and all. And so I told her, it's late. I have already killed 2 of your children. Despite this, the mother said, I won't let anybody know that you guys have committed this crime. I will stand by you. Just let me and Sabine leave and I will cover it up for you. So she sent Shahrokh home and went downstairs. So the mother reached home at 4:30 and around 5 o'clock all the neighbors in 23rd alley of Gandhi Street, we have a Mahatma Gandhi Street in Tehran, obviously.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's a very prime street, like you have to be very wealthy. Like.
No, it's called Mahatma Gandhi Street?
Mahatma Gandhi Street.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, beautiful. When you come, I will take you. Beautiful street, prime properties. So in the 23rd alley of Gandhi Street, people heard somebody is crying. Obviously, imagine the cries and agony of a mother who has lost 2 children. She actually had lost 2 children.
But the mother did convince them.
Yeah, the thing which happens is for a very small, like maybe 1.5-2 minutes, Somayeh goes downstairs Somayeh goes to bring the body of Sapide to show it to the mother.
Right.
And when the minute Somayeh leaves, it's like a talisman or a curse gets up from Shahrokh, and he like starts kissing the Akram's hands and says, I didn't want to do it. I told her please not to do it. She's been saying we have to do it for 2 weeks. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm so sorry. I tried to convince her to not kill her sister and brother. And last night, this is all she could talk about. She took me to the drugstore today, bought the syringe, this, that, in 2 minutes. And then the mother said, okay, then you just leave. You just leave.
So
right?
like something came over him and he decided that this is not what he wants to do, and the mother convinced him to leave.
The thing is, he actually didn't want to do.
Okay.
He later...
Which is what you'll be telling me later probably.
Yeah, in the interrogations, Somayeh said herself that Shahrokh didn't want to do that.
Okay, so she convinces him and he leaves.
A vole in this middle. Shahrokh is an Iranian name. It means the one who has a face of a king.
So rightly so
So
for Shahrukh
that's Shahrokh Khan, not Shahrukh Khan. Sorry. So the mother sent Shahrokh away, says, you just leave, I will control her and I won't let anybody know that you guys have committed this. And obviously she saw the bodies of her child in agony. She went downstairs, she went in front of the house, started beating herself, scratching her face, crying her guts out that my children, obviously the hand is full of blood, my children are dead, some thief has come to my house, they wounded me, they took my jewelry and they killed my children. So they called the police, and back then in Iran, in general, they would try to keep everything very censored.
They hide it from the public?
They would prefer the public to not even know about this thing. But so because of that, the prosecutor and the judge and the interrogator was one person. They sent Mr. Hamid Reza Gudarzi, which I respect this man very much. He is a very, very talented attorney, very educated, and I think he is the only one who could handle this case the way he did. So Mr. Gudarzi reaches number 19th, 23rd Alley, Gandhi Street, goes inside. Somayeh is there, Sevin is there, and Akram is there. The father has not been informed yet even.
He's still at the factory?
He's still at the factory. He goes in directly and he starts the interrogation in the house. Later I've watched his interviews, and he believed, which I think is a very different way of view, that he believed that if he would even remove them from the scene of crime, they might not be so under pressure to confess soon. Because he believed this is not because the minute he entered, after 15 minutes, he himself says that the body of the children was wet. They both had injection marks. They both had strangulations marks. And why should a thief come to a house and kill 2 of the children and leave the other 2 and the mother and take nothing? Because she was saying, they have taken my jewelry, but the jewelry were there.
Right.
So he immediately knew this is an inside job. So he starts interrogating them. And when he starts interrogating them, Somayeh starts acting out, playing very aggressively with the curtains, like, going around the house, replacing the statues, all of those stuff. Like if I'm going to put an typical Iranian lavish luxury house back then, so you will have an idea how she's been going around and playing with this stuff. And that obviously shows that she knows something. So he talks and he tries to talk easily, like talks to Ikram, do you suspect anybody? And Ikram says, no, I have no idea, and I think it was a thief, so maybe they didn't get a chance. I came back from the salon and she obviously had the alibi of being seen in the salon.
Right.
So she said, I came back and I rescued Somayeh. If I didn't reach, they would have killed Somayeh. So the mother had the story in her mind. But the problem is, she said, I came and they ran away. So what is the cut on your hand?
Mm-hmm.
And when they say that, well, what is the cut on your hand? She said, they stabbed me, but they cut me. But there is a very big difference if you get a knife like this or somebody does this to your hand. The angle is different, everything.
Right, because you said he came from the back and he did it.
Yeah. So still, imagine if a knife is coming towards me like this, and my hand is like this, and the perpetrator cuts my hand like this.
Yeah.
Very different and very easily traceable with forensic experts, that if I was cut like this or did I take the knife like this,
Yeah.
the depth, the shape of the wound, all is different.
Right.
So that was one of the things that Mr. Gularzy had in his mind, that nobody has been killed by a knife. So how there was a knife out and she rescued Somayeh and they ran out. So he has started talking to Somayeh in a way that she got a little bit eased. Which school you go, how many friends, this, that, and he used the tactic. While talking to Somayeh, all of a sudden looked at Ikram and said, by the way, where is Mr. Shahbazi and where does he work and what are his working hours? Could this be his job? His job. He says that, and Somayeh starts crying and says, it's not my Baba's work, I did it.
Straight up.
So I don't understand what this girl wanted.
But you just told me that she hated him, the father, the most.
That is what nobody understands. No, she didn't. She wouldn't even talk to the father.
Right.
I said that the guesses was that she had gas daddy issues. She had she had absence of father. This, that. These were the guesses. But
Right.
the minute
The father was accused, she
said, no, I did it.
Oh my God.
And this thing which I'm telling you, this took 12 hours. So
Okay.
basically the father
interrogation.
so the father has been informed. He comes and sees all around his house are yellow tapes, and obviously...
So, but is this interrogation happening at home or
At
they were
home.
taking to the cop station?
No, he was at home, was
Oh,
interrogating,
okay.
and she said that I did it, and then they got arrested, both Ikram for lying to the police and Somayeh obviously for the crime.
And the boyfriend as of now is not in the picture. He is not.
As of now, no.
Okay.
And then the father, in between, the father obviously comes and sees the yellow tapes and all of that, and hears from the neighbors that his children have been murdered, but he is not allowed to go inside obviously because it's a crime scene and he has
Correct.
not been there. So he's waiting at the door. And he sees that his wife and his eldest daughter got arrested, and they bring out the Sevin, and obviously arrangements happen, cut the police station, and one very curious reporter gets a word that something like this has happened. This is a huge case. A 16 years old how did she do it? So he is running towards the police station of Gandhi to see. He enters and he sees the cut on Akram is sitting behind the door of the interrogation room, and Somayeh is actually saying what all happened. She is actually confessing in full.
Okay.
And this is when they sent for Shahrokh. Shahrokh was also at home.
Right.
He didn't run away.
Right. So when the mother told Shahrokh go home, he just went and sat in his house.
He believed. They were children.
Yeah.
Like the definition of two child.
Yeah.
Two children, sorry.
Yeah.
Two child is wrong. So the reporter meanwhile saw that as he goes to another officer and says, I think you should send the mother for forensics because the cut doesn't look regular.
Right.
Obviously he is a criminal reporter, so he knows
Right.
the difference. So they sent, obviously, then the whole story which we heard till now is getting heard by the judge and prosecutioner and interrogator, and the court date is February 7th, 1997. It means 1 month, 5 days after the
Incident.
after the horrendous crime.
Yeah.
Somayeh's
So he was called. Shahrokh was called to the cop station there.
no, they went to his home and he had arrested him. and
Arrested
brought
him as well.
So Shahrokh's family hired a very good attorney for him, but obviously Somayeh's father refused to get any attorney for her. So her attorney was a public attorney.
Oh, her father refused.
Obviously,
Right, because he was so upset with what happened.
two of his children were
Right.
there. The only son he had was there, and
Right.
obviously.
Right.
So she had a court-appointed attorney, which, by the way, that also she was very lucky. One of the best criminal attorneys, even right now. I am not going to name her, but she is perfect. And the court trials started, and the biggest thing in this case was the fact that people had empathy for the killers because they were only 16 and they were in love. So
The
they
general
were
public, you mean?
general public. So you could see graffitis on the walls of the city which would say Shirin and Farhad, Layli and Majnoon, Wais and Ramin, Shahrokh and Somayeh, which basically is like writing Sahiban and Mirza, Devdas and Parvati, Romeo and Juliet, Shahrokh and Somayeh. That big of myths they were comparing them to.
Right.
And they didn't help themselves. Like Somayeh would wear a ring which Shahrokh had bought for her, and she would keep asking her father. This shows how mentally unstable she is. They were both checked by the psychiatrists, and they were competent to stand trial, but Somayeh had mental issues so deep that in middle of the court she would look at her father all of a sudden and say, Baba, please bail me and Shahrokh out so we can get out and get married.
While the court trial was going on.
And you killed two of my children. Why should I do such a thing? You and Shahrokh killed two of my children. The actual killer is Somayeh, by the way, because after the forensics results came out, Shahrokh was like, the strangulation could just knock them off for some time, not something that it would kill
The
them.
strangulation didn't lead to death, the
Yeah.
dunking in the...
Yeah, that drowning.
Drowning in the tub is what
is what killed them. And Shahrokh also would say in the court that I am extremely sorry. I didn't want to commit these crimes, but if Somayeh asks me to do anything, I will do. And whenever I don't see her and there is no court and all of that, I hit my head to the wall. Somayeh, on the other hand, she would cry. They both showed very, very deep remorse for committing the murders, but no remorse for their love. And we were saying Bollywood.
Right.
Somayeh's father would not come down from retribution. And I think in another video of ours, I said that, but I cut it out. It was in Shahla Jahed's video. That retribution in Iran is in the hands of the family of the victim. And I think it's like, brothers and sisters are not, but the spouse is eligible, mother, father, and children. So the father was not accepting to that, and he said, like, I have lost 3 of my children on January 2nd, and I want retribution. And this is where I like this Mr. Gudarzi.
So when the father says I've lost 3, basically he's trying to say that he doesn't consider her a his daughter anymore.
He says, I think she also died.
Right.
Already she's dead to me. So this is where Mr. Gudarzi starts having personal sittings with the father and keeps telling him that, remember, she's just a child. Because in Iran, unfortunately, they do give the death penalty to children. The only thing is they have to wait in juvie till they reach 18 and then they execute them.
Okay. Oh, so they wait for them to turn into an adult, and then they basically tried as an adult. And
very convenient, no?
So they pronounce the sentence, but you have to serve time in juvie, and then you're
hanged.
Hanged. I'm sorry.
Obviously, I'm sorry as well. There have been people...
I'm sorry. I think if somebody is a killer and okay, tell me something. You're saying that, okay? How far is 16 and 18? It's a matter of 2 years. So you're trying to tell me if she was 18, it would be okay?
No, I think in general, Somayeh was not mentally stable. And
see, that's a totally different
retribution, thing. I am against execution and retribution.
All right. Okay. On that perspective, yeah. Okay.
So in general, I didn't, but I believe if you teach children that after 80, your actions will have consequences.
Right.
If you go right from the beginning, there will be a very, very big difference between a 16 years old Somayeh and an 18 years old Somayeh.
Reforms, basically, yes.
So while Mr. Gudarzi is going through this like sittings with the father of Somayeh's father, let's talk about what the media of Tehran is doing, Iran is doing. They were heavy metal lovers. They would listen to rap music. Their favorite movie was Natural Born Killer.
You're talking about the kids?
Yeah, this is what the media was putting. These are the reasons that they killed her sister. And
oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you were saying that seriously, that's what they were.
I said, let's go to
the media.
The media
was portraying it.
Yeah. Both of the families had satellite TV in their houses.
Oh my God.
And
So the media basically was saying they listen to hip hop music, they listen to heavy metal.
Yeah.
They have satellite TV, which is what spoilt their brains basically.
No, there is a word in Farsi, qarb zadagi, which means like following Western culture with closed eyes.
Right.
Like you feel like they are the best and you are the worst, so you will try to be close to them. And Natural Born Killer is a brilliant movie. Anyway.
It's a brilliant movie either way, yeah.
Yeah, which the boyfriend and girlfriend are natural born killer. They just kill for fun. So I would say their favorite movie was this. God knows from where they knew
Got the
this.
information.
And yeah, they had satellite TV. And it reached the point that any fictional material based on criminal stories, truth or untruth, video or books was banned for at least 2 years in Iran after this.
For 2 years.
Yeah, I said, no, they had read these stories, they have watched that movie, this and that, and because of that, this has happened. So we have to stop. Nobody has. Actually, actually, this Mr. Gudarzi, the judge, he also is a writer. He used to write his memories of like the cases which were more bold. He was saying my own books were banned for around 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't want to make fun, but when something is funny, it's funny. Even if I'm Iranian and that used to happen in my own country. And one thing now that I have to say before I say what actually happened to Shahrokh and Somayeh at the end is that the actual thing is, if boys and girls sit next to each other from childhood and grow up with each other and can date each other in safe places like a school cafeteria, going to cinema with groups of friends and all of that, they won't push to get married at 16.
Right.
And these things won't happen. In Iran, from 7 years old, you are separated and all of a sudden you are 18 and you enter college and it's both male and female. So, according to me, the Iran of those years, which can be said between 1990 to 2002-3, people themselves were very, like they had a very close mind. Like, don't look at Shahrokh and Somayeh's families. They were very badly shamed by media. Shahrokh and Somayeh had empathy. Their families, they didn't. Like, the society would blame them for that. They would say if he was an actual father, he wouldn't let this happen. He would bash her, not let her to hang out with the boy. You know, the reverse they were thinking is the answer is the reverse.
Right.
Banning the books, doing this, doing that, not letting anybody listen to heavy metal. Whoever plays rap music, we will take them to the police station. So, according to me, the close way, like that suffocated society of those times was 80% of the reason that this heinous crime happened. The other 20% was
No,
Somayeh's mental
it's
state.
definitely that, because I also believe that is the case. If you make something forbidden, or see, when we are at that age, let's say once you turn into your teens, 13 is when you become a teenager, right? If things are forbidden, our brain works in that way. I would say a human brain 13 onwards works. If something is forbidden, you become rebellious.
Like you want
Oh,
to do it 10 times more.
Exactly. So if it's allowed and if it's monitored in the right way, it works better than forbidding it.
Exactly.
Otherwise, your children become rebellious, and probably a girl would want to just go to a cafe and meet her boyfriend. But then what we've seen, and I mean, it happens in India, it happens all over the world. They want to probably have sex at 14, which is obviously not right.
So why you think they wanted to get married?
Right.
They had no idea about a married life concept.
Right.
They thought they can have sex only if they are married.
Correct.
That's what society had basically told them
Yeah.
in its own way. So let's go back to the court and
Yeah.
talk about another Bollywood act of Shahrokh.
Right. We're maligning Bollywood right now, which is very rude. Bollywood has
I will tell
classics
you,
as well.
I will say this and you tell me is it Bollywood or not.
Okay.
So after many discussions with Mr. Shahbazi, he didn't accept it. He insisted on retribution, and Shahrokh in the last court said, then if I'm going to be executed, let me and Somayeh get married even 15 minutes before the execution. I want to die as Somayeh's husband.
This is a 16-year-old saying it.
But tell me, is it Bollywood or not?
Of course it is.
So they went to juvie. Sometime went. Mr. Gularathakur would still go. First of all, would go and talk to Shahrokh. He believed that Shahrokh was first of all, Shahrokh was a second degree like accomplice in the murder.
An accomplice, yes.
Accomplice. Somayeh was the killer.
Right.
And Mr. Gularathakur has developed a relationship with Shahrokh and with Somayeh's father. So he would still see Somayeh's father, and Somayeh's father is thus after the retribution convictions come, and they go to juvie, they go back to juvie. From the beginning, they never put foot in prison, they went to juvie. That is also thanks to Mr. Gularathakur, because in Iran could easily happen that somebody who hates boyfriend girlfriends,
They could be tried as adults.
they could say they should go to prison from the get-go.
Right.
would send two
So tried as an
16-year-olds
adult and straight go to prison.
Straight go to prison. They were in juvie, and finally in one of the sittings, Somayeh's father tells Mr. Shahbazi tells Mr. Gularathakur that my heart is tearing apart in two, and I am very, very concerned with my look in the society. I have lost my face in the society. If I agree to their deaths, people will say he is a father who killed her own daughter. If I don't agree and I accept you to instead send them to prison, because he put this option. So he said, I am very worried if I accept what you are saying and they get convicted of prison time, people tell me that you didn't care about
So he was torn either way,
torn
basically.
either way. And he said, what about if I forgive Somayeh and not Shahrokh? And Nasser Gurazi was like, dude, the main killer is Somayeh.
Right,
And you cannot do that to a child.
right.
My main argue with you is that they are children. If they were adult enough, and look how childish their act has been. We say 16, but the act of them looks like they are 13 and 14. What is that? So he says, no, you have to forgive either both or neither. So the father forgives both.
He forgives both.
He forgives both. Somayeh gets 12 years in prison. Shahrokh gets 10.
But you said it's either he says I don't forgive or they go free. So this was because of the judge you're talking about.
No.
He came up with something
because
new.
this is because that case became so viral that then they say now this crime has a basically public side as well. So if even the retribution is forgiven, there should be a sentence because of public's like emotions getting hurt. So Somayeh was convicted of 12 years of prison. Shahrokh was convicted of 10. As much as I know, back then, if you were forgiven by the main, basically plaintiff of the case, and you had good behavior, after half of your term, you would be released. Now it has become 1/3. But people say that, so from here on, it will become rumors and very vague. People say that they never went from juvie to jail.
Okay.
So basically, after 2 years, they were.
So what you mean is whatever we've spoken about or whatever you've told me about right now was facts. And what you're going to be telling me now is not in writing or.
Like we don't know when they
what the
were
truth
released.
is. Okay.
That was obvious that they would mostly only spend half of their sentences, especially Shahrokh, because he was a very good boy.
On good behavior.
Very good boy. And so, but some people say that they never went from juvie to jail, to prison. So that means
that's 2 years.
That's 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. And after getting released, these are facts. They never got married to each other. Somayeh got married once, divorced, got married the second time, and the word is that right now she is living happily with her husband and family. Shahrokh lives in Iran. His life is much more vague. He has been offered a chance to interview, and he's thinking about it. It might come out. If it came out, I am going to cover it definitely. And this is the end of the love story of Shahrokh and Somayeh. The thing is, they changed their identities, and I really feel bad if their spouses don't know what they've done.
You think that's a possibility?
Why not?
That the girl you said got married once, got married a second time?
Twice. And now she lives abroad.
Oh, she doesn't live in Iran?
With her second husband, she migrated.
And you're saying there's a chance that the spouse doesn't know anything?
She never said I am Somayeh Shahbazi.
Wow.
The whole family got vanished. Like, I am sure they changed the name of Sabine, Akram.
Oh,
the
which is
father.
what you started with the story, because that house is lying empty right now.
The house, Mr. Shahbazi sold it, and actually it went very fast because the first person who bought it thought it's going to be a
Great investment.
attraction, and not
Yeah.
dude. It's not Europe.
Right.
It's a prime area in Tehran. People will be scared. Actually, Gandhi lost half of its people who were living there because of this crime.
Gandhi Street, you mean?
Yeah, and it's a
Right.
very long street. I'm telling you, 23rd alley. It has 48 alleys.
Wow.
I think even more. So it's a very beautiful, which like goes like this. After that, it has been always a struggle. All the nowadays, basically, no broker accepts to broker this milk.
So what is it as of now? It's lying empty?
They say lately it's been purchased by a family. They want to demolish it and build
But no
a
one's
big-
living there. So, but this house still stands. So, like tomorrow, if I came with you to Tehran, you could actually show me that
Yeah,
that home.
number 1923. Yeah.
Wow.
If they have not demolished it by now, by then, yeah. And people like the people believe, the people of Gandhi Street believe that the house doesn't get sold or doesn't get good tenants because the souls of Sapida and Muhammad Raza are still in that house.
That's very, very sad and scary at the same time.
So what do you feel about such a story?
Wow, I mean, 16-year-olds. And also about the youngest. I mean, what must have happened with his life?
It's a she.
So yes, sorry, her, the youngest one who was with the
No,
mom.
she was too small, like around 3.
No,
4.
I mean, I'm just saying in general. She's obviously, you're talking about 97, right? We're in 2025.
Yeah.
So she's a grown-up adult by
how
now.
do we know that the family have told her? The mother was willing to cover it up
Cover the
while she
entire
had
thing.
two of her children dead in front of her eyes.
Yeah, but I mean, still, it's however young you are, you knew you had 3 siblings, right?
No. If
She knew she had siblings.
Till 5 years old, you don't remember.
You mean she could forget that she ever had siblings?
No, she can go and say, I remember we were 4, and the mother can say, oh no, they were your imaginary friends.
I just think
I'm
don't know.
just thinking the mother who, oh, and by the way, all the court sessions, the mother would sit next to Somayeh and put her head on her shoulder.
This is, I mean, such a brutal case because it's 16-year-olds and I'm actually, honestly speaking, whatever little true crime that I know of, the syringe thing that you told me, air pumping, I never even knew about this. It's something very new to me. So it's so
That's
gruesome.
not true also, but I told you, it has to be somebody who knows
Correct,
exactly what main vein in the leg or hand or like close to
but
artery.
that's so, I mean, that's what they had in their mind, I'm assuming, that they wanted air to be pumped into the heart.
Sleeps there at night, and then they were taking driving license classes
Lessons.
with each other, lessons.
Right.
Obviously, they couldn't get their license for another 2 years, but they wanted to learn. So the next morning, the father, I told you, the father came at 3:30, and since they knew that he will come so late, Shahrokh stayed in. And next morning they wake up, they go to their driving school, and on their way back they stop at a pharmacy, buy latex gloves so they don't leave any fingerprint. Idiots, you live in that home. Even if you leave fingerprints,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
will. But and syringes.
So, I mean, whatever I've heard of the story you've told me, definitely the girl was mentally unstable, or I mean, whatever.
Oh, very
way.
ill.
Extremely ill, and
Somebody who,
but
see, just one scene, imagine. She is being prosecuted for killing her sister and brother
right,
from the same father.
right,
And in middle of the court, while the arguments are going, she looks at her father
Asking her
and says,
father.
will you bail us out so we can get married? The father who was not happy with you getting married to the dude before you kill anybody.
yeah. No, so there was obviously no remorse.
No,
Clearly.
they said they cried a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, you've killed your siblings, and you're asking your father for your boyfriend's hand in marriage again. So, mentally ill is one side of the story, and there is some amount of evil in it for sure.
Babe, psychopaths are also mentally ill. And
Yeah.
according to me, Somayeh has been a sociopath or a psychopath.
And
Many things that she would say that she feels and all, I feel like she didn't feel. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
wanting to
There's no
kill all of
feeling.
your family,
There's no
you know.
feeling. Yes, that's
She tries to kill all of her
yeah,
family.
yeah.
She tried twice to kill herself. Please, if you liked our stories, subscribe to our channel. Like this video if you liked it, and share it with your friends. I have just checked our analytics, and more than 90% of our viewers are not subscribing us. Please do subscribe us so we can continue our work, and we would promise to be more consistent and more professional. Thank
I also say a few words then. Guys, please subscribe to our channel, and maybe if you guys like and subscribe more, I might also do one of the true crime videos.
Yeah, he is the candy, eye candy.
That might be fun.
Oh, and comments. Please engage more with our videos, please.
Thank you guys so much, and
Thank
wish
you.
you a very, very happy Diwali.
Very, very happy Diwali. Again, namaste. Khuda.